Hello future CAs, welcome back to my channel again, your one-stop guide for everything relating to CA exams. Are you preparing for the CA Foundation Accounting and aiming for 80 plus marks? Then this video is exactly what you need. So in this video I'll be breaking down the short topics which you must focus on based on the ICAI latest webinar insights. So if you want to study smart and not just hard and maximize your score, please stay with me till the end. Because these insights can genuinely improve your marks in the accounting paper. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe for more CA exam related tips, guidance and strategies. Also, if any of you are looking for a complete CA Foundation roadmap for all subjects at one place, then please check out this ebook, The Best Strategy to Ace CA Foundation Exams. The link is given in the description and also in the pinned comments below. So first we have section 1. This comprises of chapter number 1, Theoretical Framework. So usually students neglect this chapter and they think it's just theory and they'll manage it later. But this is where exactly students lose easy marks. Because this chapter contributes 5 to 10% weightage and one theory question will definitely come in the exam and this will be part of the compulsory question number 1. So this question cannot be ignored. So most of the times from this chapter questions might be asked like difference between contingent assets and contingent liability, what are accounting concepts and principle, capital versus revenue expenditure, conservatism concept, measurement concept, services provided by chartered accountants to society. So these are the basic concepts. So you should study them thoroughly so that you can write the answers in your own words during the exam. So don't mug up blindly. Try to understand the meaning. So for this chapter, the pro tip is you can write the answers in your own words, but the meaning should remain the same. Also, if you know the answer partially, also still write it because you can still score 1 or 2 marks. If not full marks, at least for how much ever part you have written for that part, at least you will get the marks. So this first chapter comprises of 7 to 10 marks. Then we have section 2, which is the basic accounting principles. And the weightage for this is 30% to 35%. So this is the most important section and this comprises of chapter number 2 to chapter number 6. So let's see one by one. So these are scoring chapters because the concepts are basic and questions are generally easier. So first we have chapter 2, accounting process. So in this chapter you will be studying the journal, ledger, trial balance, subsidiary book, cash book and rectification of errors. So try to understand one thing. If your journal entry is correct, then ledger posting becomes easier. And if the ledger is correct, trial balance becomes easier automatically. And finally, the financial statements will be right. So everything here is interconnected. So the BOS faculty also mentioned about some past exam errors committed in the past exam by the students. So first is the trial balance error. So ICAI may give you a wrong trial balance and it might ask you to rectify it. For example, purchase return should appear on the credit side. But most of the times it was noted that students often posted the purchase return on the debit side. So these are the small mistakes which have cost marks for the students in the previous attempt. So please be very careful about this. Next topic is subsidiary book. So this is the favorite area of the examiners and most of the times questions are asked from this topic. And generally committed errors by the students in this topic was entering cash transaction in subsidiary book and recording office computer purchase in purchase book. So remember, purchase book only records credit purchase of goods that too dealt in by the business. So these are very small but very scoring topics. So try to practice as many questions as possible. So in this topic, 5 marks question can come and you should try to complete it within 5 minutes time. And when you are practicing, ensure you practice in the proper writing format. That is, Whatever format is given in the ICAI study material suggested answers, try to follow the same format. Then the next topic is rectification of errors. So most of the time students feel this is a difficult chapter. But actually it is one of the most important and frequently asked questions come from this chapter. In this chapter, try to understand error before trial balance, errors after trial balance, and errors after final accounts. And especially you must try to understand when to use suspense account and when to use P&L adjustment account. For example, if errors are detected after books are closed and nominal accounts are already closed, so instead of purchase account or sales account, we use P&L adjustment account. And also please read the questions very carefully. So previously it was noted that students often missed the first line of the question and they directly started passing the entry. So please read the question carefully as to at what stage the error is detected and what exactly is required in the question. And then only start answering. Next we have the bank reconciliation chapter. So this is another favorite chapter of ICAI. So the most commonly committed errors by the student noticed in the past exam was not understanding the favorable balance and unfavorable balance. So if you start the question with the wrong balance, your entire answer becomes wrong. So always identify the starting balance correctly. Understand whether you have to add or subtract. And clearly mention at the end. Whatever ending balance is there, clearly mention whether it's favorable balance, overdraft balance or debit balance. These small presentation also will fetch you mark. And one more error noticed was students often prepare adjusted cash book unnecessarily. So always remember, adjusted cash book is prepared only for cash book errors and cash book omissions. And bank side entries remain only in the BRS. So please understand carefully when this adjusted cash book has to be prepared. The next chapter is inventories. So in inventories, try to focus on FIFO method, weighted average method, historical and non-historical methods. And ICAI has asked questions from weighted average method in the previous attempts. So read the question carefully because sometimes stock is given on 15th April, but books are closed on 31st March. And also focus on cost versus selling price percentages, freight treatment, and inclusion and exclusion of costs. And also go through the theory for this chapter because theory forms the basis to solve the practical questions as well. Next we have depreciation and amortization. So mostly in depreciation part it was noticed that students only focus on straight line method and written down value method. But ICAI can also ask questions relating to sum of years digit method, depletion method, change in method, disposal of assets, and provision of depreciation. So please practice all the methods. And also study theory relating to tangible versus intangible assets, amortization, inclusion and exclusion of cost. Then we have bills of exchange and promissory note. So this chapter is very important. So in this you have to understand the drawer and drawee entries, promissory notes and accommodation bill. So most of the times the biggest error noticed from this chapter was not reading the requirement of the question carefully. The examiner might ask you to write the entries only in the book of the drawer or in the books of the drawee or both. So please check what the question is asking and only write that much only in the exam. Otherwise time will get wasted. Next coming to section number 3. That is final accounts of sole proprietors, not-for-profit organizations and accounts from incomplete records. So this comprises of 20 to 25% weightage. So in final accounts, focus on trading account, P&L account, balance sheet and manufacturing account. And try to understand the concept of carriage inwards versus outwards, freight inwards versus outwards, and work in progress versus finished goods. And also presentation also matters a lot in these types of question. Next we have not-for-profit organization. So this is also one of the most scoring chapters. Hence, please clearly understand receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account. And the main difference here is the receipt and payment account follows the cash basis of accounting, and income and expenditure account is prepared when accrual basis of accounting is followed. And in this chapter, the special focus areas will be subscription adjustment, outstanding subscription, advance subscription. So usually a full-fledged practical question will be asked from this chapter. Next we have incomplete records. So usually 8 to 12 marks question will come from this chapter. Focus on debtors account, creditors account and bills receivables adjustments. Also please go through the MTP properly for this chapter. Next we have section 4, partnership and LLP accounts. This comprises of 15 to 20% weightage. This section will cover goodwill, admission, retirement, death and dissolution of partner. So questions may be of 5 marks or there might be full-fledged question of 10 to 12 marks, practical question. So some important accounts from this chapter are revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. Please read the requirements of the questions carefully because sometimes only 2 accounts might be asked instead of preparing all the 3. Next we have section 5, that is company accounts. This is 15 to 25% weightage. So the most important topic under this is forfeiture and reissue of shares. So the questions are always asked for 10 marks or 15 marks. And important parts are bonus issue, right issue, redemption of preference shares, debentures. And some common errors committed by the students in past exam are students practice only the journal entry, but the ICAI might also ask notes to account, extract of balance sheet. So also learn about the authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, proper sequence of presentation because presentation also carries mark. And also while reading the question, please read the dates carefully. If we see the section wise weightages now, section number 2, this is the highest weightage section. And then section 3 comes and then section number 5. So please study these 3 sections carefully and also the other sections also. Don't ignore any chapter. Now coming to some golden tips for exam. Attempt the full 100 marks paper. Don't skip theory part. Theory questions also will come in the exam. And also ensure you write neatly and present your answers properly because for each step mark will be allotted. And also show proper working notes, assumption. This also carries mark. And ensure you practice all the test your knowledge questions. And in the exam hall, read the questions carefully before solving it. Because only whatever is asked in the question, only that much you have to write. If you write extra, you will not get marks. Plus the time will get wasted. So guys, this was the complete section-wise strategy, important topics and scoring guidance for your CA Foundation accounting paper. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and share it with your friends. And also subscribe to my channel for more CA exam focused video. All the best for your preparation. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, keep studying smart and stay consistent.